Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about the cancellation of Will Smith, and depending on who you ask, he either is too big to be canceled, or there is no such thing as cancel culture.
Right, but there's consequences, they say.
Consequences.
They always like, there's no cancel culture, there's consequences.
It sounds to me like he's being canceled. Now, I don't think it's going to last long term because of who he is. I mean, he is an A-lister in Hollywood. I think it'll eventually blow over.
Well, this time he got up on stage in front of everyone on TV and did this. So it's not like, so-and-so said, or someone's like told a joke that made me feel bad. This is like he literally walked up to someone and slapped him across the face. Bitch slapped somebody.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I would have actually been disappointed had nothing happened, because it would have showed the double standard that you can just say mean things on Twitter and have your career destroyed. Versus actually physically assaulting somebody in front of millions of people or dozens of people, however many people were actually watching the Oscars that night. So we'll talk about this, the cancellation of Will Smith. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 262,000 subs. Yay! Thank you for the support. We do talk about pop culture. We've talked a little bit about the slap. We did a video about the slap, showing the slap. Everybody knows about the slap.
Yeah, everybody's tired of talking about the slap.
Everybody's tired of talking about. Now the conversation's shifting back to cancel culture again, which so many media outlets are trying to say doesn't exist.
Right. That's why we're talking about it, because we deal with this crap all the time.
Yeah, so it doesn't exist, but Will Smith, he resigned from the Academy, and a whole bunch of his movies are being canceled now.
Allegedly, supposedly.
Allegedly, supposedly, yes.
Yeah, he resigned from the Academy. There's still, does he get to keep the award? I don't know, or is that why he quit? You can resign. You can keep your award, but you have to resign.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know he resigned, but yeah, it was kind of surreal that that the whole thing went down. That's why I think a lot of people thought it was a bit, because later that evening he accepted
and other people don't, and then they all stood up and you go, Will. When just a little bit ago they have pictures of their faces like, did he just do that? Oh my God! In the audience, and then they all like lemmings stood up and were like, yeah, that's okay. So Will, yay, yeah, we voted for you, so yeah,
yay, Will. Yeah. So anyway, he did resign from the Academy. There's been some deliberation about what his sanctions should be, and it's kind of like, it reminds me of the incident itself, which was Will Smith was laughing at the joke.
He was!
At his wife's expense until she gave him the stink eye, and then he decided to get up and be the man and slap Chris Rock.
I was like, oh shit, she's gonna sleep with somebody else now. I better go do something.
I know, she's got another dude lined up. She might sleep with Chris Rock too, who knows? And then, that's kind of what happened here. Like, the Academy wasn't gonna do shit until the media it was like, whoa, what are you going to do about it there, Academy? You got to do something, because you got up and slapped the dude on TV.
Well, comedians are coming out like crazy, about this, because they're like, we can't, it's getting to the place where you can't even do comedy or anything, because this is the kind of stuff that happens. Well, and they're like, what the hell,
Well, I mean, again, look at, Dave Chappelle, not allowed to make jokes. Ricky Gervais, he's been saying for years, you can't make jokes. Jerry Seinfeld stopped touring, I guess, or he stopped doing colleges years ago. I mean, we're talking like 6 or 7 years ago, because he's like, college campuses can't take a joke. Now, this is Will Smith we're talking about. He's from a totally different generation, but still, it's gotten to the point where it's like, you can't say anything without getting canceled. Now, at least in this case, there was a physical altercation. Usually it's just somebody said something mean or off color or whatever, and their entire career is destroyed because of it. But cancel culture doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, he could have come out and just said, well, Chris Rock shouldn't have said that because my wife suffered from a condition and all that stuff, and then everybody would have been mad at Chris Rock.
Yeah.
But he just said that, so now all the anger and attention is pushed at him.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, would Chris Rock have been the one that got canceled for making fun of a person's medical condition?
But if he even knew about it.
Yeah.
Because, they said they don't give a medical record of everybody in the audience to know.
Yeah.
He just thought probably she was shaving her head or something.
Yeah, so if you make a fat joke and somebody has a thyroid condition.
Or they're fat.
Or they're just fat.
Like me. A lot of times I laugh too. I'm just like, oh, that's
I have
funny.
a condition where I like to eat cake. Lots and lots of cake. It's a medical condition.
It's cake bitch.
It's cake bitch. Anyway, so yeah, a bunch of his movies getting canceled. Everybody knows the deal. I don't think we have to reiterate.
Yeah, if you don't know by now, I don't know what to tell you because it's everywhere, like everywhere. Everybody's sick of talking about it, I think. But we're talking about the cancel culture, the coming around is what we're talking about.
Yeah, so this is it's really interesting that Netflix is canceling his movies. Netflix, which defended Dave Chappelle. Again, there's a difference between saying
making a joke and getting up on stage in front of
assaulting somebody,
a camera, and slapping someone. I mean, in front of everyone with it being recorded.
So the Hollywood Reporter claims that a Netflix movie titled Fast and Loose has been shelved.
Maybe they're talking about a slap. It was Fast and Loose.
Oh, I thought they were talking about Jada.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, that's true too.
Anyway, woo. Yeah, the film had originally been set. I'm gonna get slapped now. He's gonna come all the way to Pennsylvania and slap me.
That's right.
He's from PA. He's from
dude.
Philadelphia. I knew about.
We don't put up with that shit in PA.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I actually knew about Fresh Prince before he was on TV.
Oh, so did my brother used to listen to him.
Yeah, even before he was on MTV.
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
He was doing like summer festivals in Philadelphia, and I remember watching some of the Philadelphia local news networks, and they're like, hey, this kid, DJ Jazzy Jeff and
the Fresh Prince. But he was second billing too.
Yeah. And they were doing really well when they were teenagers in Philadelphia, and they're like, yeah, they're headlining this summer festival. Come out and see the local boys, and then like a year or two later, they're on TV, MTV, and it's like, wow. And then we just forgot all about Jazzy Jeff. Completely forgot about Jazzy Jeff.
That's right.
Jazzy Jeff should get up and slap Will Smith and be like, I used to be first.
That's right. I was headliner, man.
I was a headliner, and you took it from me. So Netflix is canceling movies. In light of Will's slap-happy action, the outlet reports, this comes from the Mirror reporting on the Hollywood Reporter, soon after Smith's attack on Chris Rock on the Oscars stage, Netflix quietly moved the project to the back burner. They're going to see how it goes. They're going to see what the court of public opinion says. And I think that's what a lot of this is. I think cancel culture, I think it's basically companies being cautious. Like, I think they're like, well, we personally don't disagree with what you said or didn't say. All we care about is the money.
And the public opinion.
But we care about constant bad press having you on board and giving you work, and that's going to hurt our bottom line, so that's why we're letting you go.
Well, they also said, I heard, they're talking about how it's been talked that Sony might not do Bad Boys 4 because of this, and also they said, TMZ said he had other projects in Netflix, The Council and Bright 2, and they could be also, but they could be saying this now, and then they'll quietly start making them in a few months when it all dies down. It's like all of Hollywood. What's going to happen is they'll wait a few months till it dies down, and then they'll go ahead and do it anyway. That's what they always do. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it'd be funny. It'd be funny if after this they actually brought him back to Men in Black, because the last one was terrible without him.
Yeah, we were like, we should have brought him that. I mean, normally in movies I like Will Smith. I was surprised he went and did that. I mean, I kind of have to admit, when the whole thing was going down with his wife acting the way she was and him just sitting there like a deer in the headlights, I was kind of like, dude. And then, this was just going too far though. Yeah.
So anyway, so that happened, right? Now, of course, we've got media outlets saying that cancel culture isn't real.
They keep saying that. It's just consequences.
Yeah, we've got experts saying that Will Smith is too big to cancel. I actually agree with. Well, no, actually, I don't.
Mel Gibson got canceled.
Mel Gibson he was one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. He got canceled.
He didn't come back for years. Yeah, look what happened to Johnny Depp.
I don't think Will Smith is too big to cancel. I think their careers will go on a hiatus, but I think they eventually circle back around because there is a demand. Johnny Depp will be back once all the divorce shit
He's still doing some stuff. It's just not the big things that he was known for. And Mel Gibson came back after a while too, but not to the level that he was before. So it's possible that a big celebrity can't be canceled, but they do usually come back after it all dies down.
Yeah,
they'll be back.
Then sometimes, the cancellation is undone completely, and they come back stronger than ever. Look at Robert Downey Jr. People wouldn't work with Robert Downey Jr. for years because of his substance abuse issues. But
he wasn't like a big name before then. He is now.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like he did some stuff, but he wasn't like the name he is now.
Yeah, I guess they had to have special insurance for him on Iron Man and everything, because it was like, yeah, we don't know what you're going to do, Robert Downey Jr.
And now he does all kinds of stuff for good too. So
So maybe Will Smith could, he could come back. He could be a multiverse Tony Stark or something, But anyway,
slaps people. He slaps Thanos. Take it, bitch.
Yeah, the slap instead of the snap. In our universe, it was a slap. Anyway. We've got this, this is always a thing, right? Cancel culture doesn't exist. Celebrities.
Bullshit, cancel culture doesn't exist.
Yeah, celebrities are hardly ever banished for doing or saying things that offend the sensibilities of the supposed echo chamber they inhabit. As it should be. Many people looking to inflame division conflate any and all consequences or controversy with the social death sentence, creating a corrosive confusion about the predominance of so-called cancel culture in America.
I'm going to argue with this person because here's the thing. I'm on Twitter. I see it all the time. And it's never enough. It's not about consequences because the consequences are uneven then. Because like, for example, Gina Carano, what she said didn't warrant that her firing and everything else, especially when you compare anything she said to what her co-stars were saying, but they leaned more of a different political angle than she did. So the people that were clamoring to have her fired, they went after her. They didn't go after him for saying pretty much the same things. The problem is they go to all this stuff. Like I saw them on threads about Marvel, on threads about Disney Plus, on threads that had nothing to do with Star Wars, demanding her firing constantly. There are these mobs on Twitter and on social media that go around and harass companies and won't stop until they get rid of somebody. That is cancel culture. I'm sorry. You are deliberately petitioning and, working hard to get somebody fired to cancel them. That's cancel culture, not consequences.
Well, here's the thing. Just because you're not completely successful in canceling somebody doesn't mean that the attempt, and that's the thing I think we're talking about. We're not talking about the success of the act. We're talking about the media and social media's attempt
that is the cancel culture.
If the media and social media had it their way, if Twitter had it their way, these celebrities that they're saying haven't been canceled would be completely gone, living in a cardboard box.
Right. They would run them off of anything and they would have no voice ever because they said so. And then I love how they turn a blind eye. Like, okay, for example, they keep talking about Stevenson with She-Ra. Stevenson made a racist joke. Now, granted, I mean, I don't think her intention was, or I'm sorry, their intention, at the time she was a her, to do, this came out like it did. I still couldn't believe she said it because she was a she then. Anyway, they made a joke and then they were like, everybody's mad at them, but they aren't canceled because they're them. You know what I mean? But then if somebody else made a joke like that, oh my God! Where's the consequences? Where are the consequences?
Yeah, if it had been a straight white male who
Let's
made
be honest.
the joke, it would. There is definitely a difference between, conservative celebrities, straight white male celebrities. You can be a straight white
dude and not be conservative. You can be a moderate. You can be a far left person. And the thing is, it's like you're gonna be condemned harsher because of it. And that's just the way it is. But to say cancel culture doesn't exist is a flat out lie. I'm canceling your opinion on cancel culture.
Yeah, just because you haven't been 100% effective doesn't mean you didn't try.
And you aren't still trying.
Yeah, you're still trying. I mean, Mel Gibson, they talk about how, he's got projects. Talking about all those nasty anti-vax celebrities.
But it took years for Mel Gibson to get projects.
It did. Mel Gibson was radioactive for
at least a decade or more.
Yeah, I mean he was. Yeah, it was like a decade, and even now, like he's not really headlining major movies. Well,
by the time he got to come back, he was older, and they were just like,
yeah, too old.
Let's be honest. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg said something dumb. Yeah, and you know what? And it was interesting. Whoopi Goldberg said something really dumb, got punished for 2 weeks, and then just like we said, what happened? Just everybody moved on, forgot about it. That's what's going to happen here too.
Yeah, and celebrities say dumb shit all the time. I mean,
they aren't hitting people though.
People say dumb shit all the time. Celebrities get busted for it because they're in the public eye. But yeah, Whoopi Goldberg, she got a slap on the wrist compared to, they're not mentioning Gina Carano. They're not mentioning, so many of these other celebrities that maybe didn't have the star power, the size to be able to completely
Gina
avoid it.
Carano just made a post about the Holocaust, which was actually a valid, historically accurate comment. And I guess people said that Holocaust museums had posted something similar in the past, okay?
Yeah.
That's what she said. The transphobia bullshit with the pronouns, that's a completely different thing, and that's stupid. Now they're trying to say it's because of she's anti-vax. Well, we all looked and saw how that's gone down, over the years after, we've seen what's been happening and all the stuff coming out. Yeah, attitudes have shifted on that one. But, the Holocaust thing that she kept saying, well, Whoopi Goldberg said something that was really, probably worse. It wasn't about racism. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah, right.
And then,
It was about a religious disagreement.
Yeah, she's still on The View. ABC and Disney didn't fire her. She's still on The View. And no one talks about it anymore. And what usually happens is after a couple of weeks, like Dave Chappelle they mentioned, everybody forgets about it. Because somebody else will come and do something stupid. So in 2 weeks we'll be talking about somebody else, and Will Smith will start doing his movies in like 2 months. You watch. Nothing's going to come of it because everybody's going to step over it and forget.
Yeah, well, see, that's the difference because, again, if social media had it their way, they would make sure these people were living in cardboard boxes, they were homeless, they were dragged into the street, they were being stoned to death, they would absolutely do it. And social media won't let you forget. The media won't let you forget. I mean, it's interesting.
They're still going on about Trump because they want views.
Yeah, like even comic book blogs, they'll mention comic book creators and they'll be like, but do you remember back in 2017 when this one comic book creator retweeted something that somebody that's in Comicsgate now was in? I remember. I'm going to put a link to that just so you remember too.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
No, you know what I'm thinking about is the fact that right when this happened, everybody tried to equate it. There's a bunch of these people like Howard Stern tried to make it about white supremacy and Trump. I'm like, couple things here.
Oh my God, I forgot about that, yeah.
I mean, I could be completely wrong here, but I don't think either Will Smith or Chris Rock are white. And then he's like, oh, it's like Trump. Because, I don't remember Trump ever being on camera slapping people.
Yeah.
But it's, again, that whole, it's so funny to me that we said this is going to happen when Biden won. We're like, these outlets it's going to be funny to see what they do because they're not going to have Trump to complain about all the time. But they still find ways to get Trump in there, and they still keep bringing it back to Trump because they're trying desperately to get views, and they're trying to stay angry, and he's not even in office anymore. But they just keep going on about it. It's like, really?
It's like that has become
that's the Trump derangement syndrome right there.
That is legit derangement. It has literally nothing to do with Donald Trump, and celebrities are making Will Smith, equating him with Donald Trump. Trump is a 5-letter word. It is the worst thing you can call another celebrity.
You're
literally Trump.
It's the Nazi of 2022.
Oh, then after he dies, it'll be the ghost of Trump. Trump possessed that dude.
That's right. It was his
Trump
fault.
Possessed him. It's his fault. It's the ghost of Trump. I mean that is, you want to talk Trump derangement syndrome. That is the definition. When you've got guys like Howard Stern, who is casting a lot of stones for a guy who lived in a glass house for many years. Howard Stern has said and done some really despicable,
he made jokes about his wife's miscarriage.
Yeah,
and stuff.
despicable, deplorable shit. And that was his brand, was how far can I push it? And he never really got canceled. I mean, he had, some close calls. They pulled him off the air in some markets or whatever, but he never really got canceled. Now he's leading the charge.
Because no one cares about Howard Stern anymore.
Yeah.
So now he's trying to stay relevant.
Now he's just an old man. Get off my lawn.
Quick, bring up Trump.
Don't look at what I did, because that's what's going to happen. Like every time this guy calls for somebody's head, somebody digs up like some 20-year-old radio interview where he's doing stuff, 10 times worse. So it's like, honestly, Howard Stern, I tell you, shut the fuck up at this point, because you got a lot of skeletons in your own closet. Like, just be grateful you have a career.
It's like the new look over there. It says, look over there. You're like, Trump!
Trump!
Look that way. But it's getting ridiculous. They're comparing this. They're saying that's white supremacy and Trump, and I'm like, that has nothing to do with this at all.
I'm just thinking I could totally see this like on SpongeBob. You got all the angry fish people with the torches and the pitchforks, and it's like, oh, look over there, it's Donald Trump. What? They all just turn and run the other way. Like, wow, that was close. That was real close. Thanks.
That's what it reminds me of. But it's yet to be seen. Do I think cancel culture is a real thing? Yes. Do I think these people on Twitter and the media campaign to get people canceled? 100%. Are they always successful? No. And what I think is going to happen is this is all going to be forgotten about in a few months, just like the Whoopi Goldberg thing, just like everything else, especially if you lean the correct way politically. then they will make sure that it goes away. But then people who lean the other way get fired, and everything else, because there's double standard. But yeah, cancel culture most definitely exists, or the attempt at cancel culture 100% exists.
Oh, absolutely.
Consequences, my ass.
So here's the thing: he can always have the big comeback tour in a couple of years.
Yeah, Mel Gibson came back, so
kind of, sort of. Yeah, but I mean, he can't. He's Will Smith. They'll just be like, hey, let's do a victory lap like they're doing with Keanu Reeves now, where Keanu Reeves is doing sequels to all these movies that are better left not having more sequels. Right. Matrix and Bill and Ted.
But he kind of never left. He didn't do anything bad. Everybody loves Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, this is what they do. They're like, okay, well, let's do a victory lap here, and we're gonna go back and do sequels to all these movies. And
all he has to do is like make a big apology, and then say, I'm going to therapy for my anger issues, and we're going to marriage counseling, and that's all he has to say. And in a few months, I'll be forgiven. Here's my certificate. I completed anger management. I'm sorry, Chris. Let's go have lunch and get a photo op, and then all's good.
Yeah, they could even do a tour together. They could go out and do a comedy bit together.
There you go.
There you go. It'll
just go away.
It'll go away. He'll be back. He's big enough to this will blow over. Depp, on the other hand,
I don't know. I think Depp will come back too.
I think he'll come back eventually.
I really do. Because I mean, that's again the double standard. There's all kinds of evidence against her as well, but he's the only one that suffered punishment, and fans are pissed. So I think eventually he's gonna be coming back too.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap this one up.
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Now he's just tasty, delicious, rotten flesh meat, which I can consume. Don't read into it too much.
Just like our museum, the cafe's open and Brewster is eager to serve. I don't think this was in the show. Run. Oh, you got splatted. Oh, she was begging and you kicked her in the face.
I don't care.
Hey guys, Squid King here, and today we're in a...
Not girl boss at all. She is not a material girl.
She is not. Oh, it's Christmas time here in your mom. Nobody wants to join your mom.
What?
Like I can't even cook kid cuisine right. I would last about 2 minutes with Gordon Ramsay.
What? Where is he?
He's hiding. He's hiding from you.
He better.
Oh my God, you got the axe.
Walker, does this look like Steven Universe? Let me punch him. Well, I'm just here for the wax. Right where you belong.
Get in the dirt.
Well, that was a combination of events I probably shouldn't have put together. Anyways, let's open this bottle too.
Chica Pinata. Is that official?
Oh, no.
There's a bootleg.
Hello. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, it's Diamond Tool.
Let's make a farm.
Like and subscribe and buy my merch.
I mean, while you're here, you guys should really like and subscribe and buy our merch, all of which we have.
That is true. You can't run them carrying trash. You can get away with one F-bomb per PG-13 movie.
I wish I'd known that sooner.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to wrap this effer up.
Yes.